Hey, today on the mic with Mike, Harrisonville Wildcat Volleyball, Coach Bailey, Annie here. She's a senior. We're about to hear about their season and how everything's going to work out. Appreciate you guys being here, ladies. First off, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Annie. I'm a senior. I've played volleyball with the high school since my freshman year, and just in general since I was about 7 years old, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah, I've been a really active member my whole life, and I just kind of fell in love with the sport.
So when you're 7, is the net the same height?
No, it's
like
I don't
basketball.
know how much lower, but it's
Okay.
lower.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I've seen like 7-year-olds jumping up and like, spiking
No,
it.
definitely not.
Yeah.
It would be like a one, just try to get it over
Try
the
to
net.
get it over the net. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's a lot of years of experience you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach Bailey, what's it like to have a player like that on your team that has that much experience?
It's very nice, and especially since she's been there for a long time because her sister played before her. So Annie's been around the program for a really long time, knows our expectations, and does a really good job.
Yeah, that's probably something that coaches kind of overlook sometimes and forget to appreciate, that you have a player that comes through like that. I didn't really think about that ever. No head coach has ever really talked about that. So that's a unique situation that we probably overlook quite a bit. But tell me about this season. What are you guys excited about? What do you?
Yeah, I mean, we have a few, I'd say, rivalries in the sport. I know, can I say, like, a team?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, perfect. I know Clinton.
Yeah.
Us and them, we've gone pretty back and forth the past few years, but I think we'll be able to beat them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year, I think was it districts or conference?
I don't remember.
I don't know. It was either conference or district. We pulled out the win with them, and it was just really exciting. Like, everyone popped out to the game, and, like, everyone was super excited when we beat them. It was just, like, a lot of, like...
Energy.
Energy.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because... Okay, so listen, I will be straight with you. I have 5 sons, right? So I don't know a lot about girls' sports. So in volleyball... Like in football, you can have a really good linebacker or quarterback or running back or wide receiver. And in baseball, you can have a home run hitter or a shortstop or a pitcher. What do you have on the volleyball team? Is there that position that is like, the woman, or I would say the man in football, but like is the woman, or what is that?
I'd say no. I feel like especially in volleyball, it's like, it's different than other sports. I'd say you have to have a strong, like, person on every single, like, front.
Yeah.
Like, every single position, or else, like, it doesn't work.
Right.
Because everybody's always, like, has to do something, and everything contributes. Everyone's always, like, getting touches on the ball, so everybody has to be strong. And especially work together to actually make sure that the team is a team and we play well together.
Yeah. When you were talking about that, when you said, this was our rivalry, and I was just like, okay, like, I was thinking to myself, like, volleyball seems like a sport where every single person would just have to be a badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because literally, it's like if they don't hit it over there, Susie won't get it. And I don't know if we have a Susie on the team. I was just using that name to be clear. But, it's one of those things. Coach, how do you feel about? I mean, it's got to feel pretty good for you to have a player here today that understands that we need to work together as a team. That's not something that a lot of young people are talking about. What do you think about that?
And like she said, volleyball, it takes all 6 girls because it's not a super big court, and they'll find you if you're not doing your job and not in the right spot. So everyone has to do their position.
They'll literally, like I would say, like, run right at you. That in football, you'd run at them. So in volleyball, like, they will literally go to, hey, wherever she is.
Put the ball right there.
Yeah.
Huh, that makes a lot of sense. That's crazy. I'm proud to say I've been to some of you guys' games when I can make them.
You were there at our district championship.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I think, I won't say it, but I think I got you guys some T-shirts.
You did.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember. That was a little while ago.
Had them ready for us.
Yeah. But it is super fun because, like you say, like not knowing. Like you can watch football and you can be like, okay, they run the ball down the field, right? You can, if you understand soccer, men or women's soccer, like, that's a fun sport if you understand it. If you don't, you're literally like kick, run. But volleyball, it is always action. It's always intense, and so that's something that I feel like is very unique to that sport. That a lot of like I know that a lot of our sports don't bring a lot of spectators. Most of it is parents or friends, families, or friends of the players. But it is something that I feel like is a lot of fun because that gym can just really get to where it's rolling because there's so much back and forth on it. And I think that's something that we need to work on as a community is getting out and supporting those things. And I understand everybody's busy, and I understand that we all have other things we need to do. But it is a lot of fun to watch you guys be successful.
Yeah, I'd say as a player, it definitely feels so much better, like seeing people in the stands, or whenever you get like a good like touch or like a kill or you do something good on the court, just having that like support system around you, it helps so much more. Yeah. It really does.
What is a kill?
Oh,
because all I heard was woo.
It's whenever so pass set and then the person hits it.
Yeah.
And then the other team like isn't able to play it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's like is that a spike?
They just have one touch on it.
Okay.
So, like, you can even just, like, shoot it deep corner, and if nobody touches it, that's still a kill.
Okay, gotcha. Kill. Okay, good. Yeah. So we want to kill them.
Yeah.
Not literally, just figuratively speaking, just to be clear. So, yeah, I think that, it is so much fun to have all of you young people on and start to hear about how passionate you are about what you do. And I think that that's something that... I know I'm very proud to have this platform to help you guys promote that stuff because it's something that people need to know because we just need to do better as a community. All communities need to do better at supporting our young people because literally you're the future. And if we screw this up, we're all going to be in trouble. Coach, tell me about how long have you been a head coach?
I'm going into my 9th season.
Wow, 9th season. That's crazy because I think I remember when you got here. When you came here, what season were you in?
That was my first. Maxwell hired me straight out of college.
Oh, yeah. Maxwell, yeah. Thanks for doing thanks for doing that, Coach Max. Appreciate you. Just joking. So, 9 years. Wow, that honestly blows my mind. I didn't think it had been that long. It seems like it's only been 2 or 3 years. But what are some of the changes that you've seen in young people as they come through? These young ladies, in good or bad, and not anybody specifically, just in general.
I just think. Within the last 4 years, you really have to explain the why you're doing something. I can't just tell them to go do something or do this drill, but like this is why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So then they understand it, and then they're more willing to, what's the word? Like just get after it.
Participate and be engaged. Yeah.
They want to know the why.
Yeah. And do you think that is something? Because I agree with that. Like I as I have been in business longer, I feel like I try to explain why more to employees so they kind of understand the bigger picture. Do you think that's something that has changed in young people, or do you think that's something that's changed in you with getting experience to understand how to get them to?
I would say a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And especially like now having kids, I say makes me a completely different coach and more empathetic and just understanding like these are someone's daughters.
Right.
And how would I want someone to speak to my daughter?
Right.
So I feel like that's made me a better coach, and I have to explain to my own 2 girls like, no, this is why we're doing this,
right.
And so I would say a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But also kids these days are just different than when I started 9 years ago, and they want to know, well, why am I doing this?
Right.
And you just have to explain it to them.
It would you probably don't know this, Annie, but like Karate Kid, right? He was wax on, wax off, paint the fence, all that, and Mr. Miyagi never said why, and then at the end of it, he's like, whoa, karate chopping everybody and winning the tournament. So, I can appreciate that. I think that's something that, that might be something that you should probably maybe do a good job of sharing with your fellow coaches because
teach Maxwell that.
Yeah, well, I mean.
I didn't mean it like that.
Just to be clear, I don't know about that. Coach, tell me about your schedule coming up this year. Is it what does that look like for you guys?
We got some new tournaments this year to make our schedule a little bit more challenging just because they're changing how they seed districts. And since we're going to probably be class 3, we need to play more class 3, class 4, and 5 schools. But I will say a lot of the class 2 schools we have that are local, like Butler's close to us, Adrian, very solid 20-win season programs. And Butler's our first game of the season. They will be tough. They've got a stud middle. She's an AAU champion at pole vaulting, and she is a very good athlete.
Yeah.
So while yes, some of them are class 2, they're still very strong class 2 schools. We're going down to Bolivar to play in their tournament this year and see Neosho and some other big schools because sometimes our district pulls south. And then our conference is very tough. I mean, we got Pleasant Hill, Oak Grove, Odessa. It's a challenge every single time we go out there.
So explain to me a little bit of how that works. So you said that we will probably or could be class 3. If we're class 3, why do we stay in our normal conference? Is it just kind of a disaster to try to reschedule all that stuff, or how does that work?
Well, a lot of the schools in our conference are class 3 for volleyball.
Okay.
So the only one I think who's class 4 is Warrensburg.
Does it change
between sports?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every sport is different.
Yes.
What determines that? How that works?
Enrollment, and we've tried to get Misha to go to 6. It's not looking good, but like football has 6, basketball has 6. We have 5. We were at 4 for a while, but now we're at 5.
5. What does that mean?
5 classes. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
okay. You like class 3, class 5. Okay.
Yes.
We only have class 5. We don't have class 6.
Not for volleyball.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Huh.
We've tried to get them to do it, but right now they're telling us.
And what would the advantage, in your opinion, be if they did do that?
It would just, right now we're with 80 to 100 schools per class, and it would probably move it down to 60 to 80.
Right.
And just give girls more opportunity to get a state title. And then we're not having to play with schools that are double our size in our class.
Yeah. I think that's something that is so hard for people to understand is that kind of stuff where it's like, you say you go to a RAPEC, right? Well, you are pulling from 30 kids total and they're pulling from 130 kids. So the pot of talent that they have to pull from, you know what I mean, is a little crazy. And I think that's something that is, I struggle tremendously with ridiculous parents in the stands. I am loud. I will challenge anybody to be louder than me. I'll tell you that much right now. Like you're not going to get louder than I am, but I try to be positive. I try to support the kids. My thing has always been to be loud enough to let my son know that I'm there. I'm there and I'm watching and I'm paying attention. Right. And I am happy to, disagree with a call on the field, on the basketball court, and be like, oh, come on, man. Or he's walking his dog, sir, or something just smart ass, and kind of leave that alone. But man, some of these parents, like, they lose their ever loving mind. It's like, and typically it is the parents that their kids are the underachievers, right? And they think they're entitled to more. And that's something that I struggle a ton with. I mean, I've found myself just get up and walk out so I don't accidentally do something that I shouldn't do that might cause a kill. Not the same kind of kill that you have, but a different kind. But yeah, I think that that's something that would be very beneficial to you guys if they would do something like that. I mean, because like I say, we need to give these kids, in my opinion, the most opportunity we can to be successful. And I think that that's one of those things where we, it probably comes down to just them being lazy, Misha being lazy, and just being like, oh, maybe next year we'll look at it. And they never do. So I think that's I
think something that's crazy with volleyball, like speaking about refs and everything, is we have parents making game decisions. Like our line judges are parent volunteers, and that could be, if that ball was in or out, and you win a district championship or you don't.
Right.
And it's just kind of crazy. No other sport has a parent.
Why is that? Like
I think just shortage of officials,
really?
And just not enough people. And I mean, that's why we try to put our best line judges in varsity, because they miss a tip or, it's outside the antenna. That's a big deal. And that can change, the speed of the game. And
so do you just walk up to a parent before the game and go, hey, will you help us out?
No, we, at the beginning of the season, assign the girls for the whole season of like, you're in charge of this game. My dad actually typically does all of our home games because he's actually pretty good at it.
Who assigns them?
Don't tell him. If he's watching this, his head will just go right now.
Doing a good job, Pops. We appreciate you. Do you typically assign that?
My assistant coach does.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but every girl has to do it.
Yeah. So I want to talk about something that has nothing to do with anything in the world, but it is something that I want to tell you to your face about how I feel about you and how much I appreciate you. So as you know, and maybe everyone else doesn't know, I am the current president of the Booster Club, the Athletic Booster Club, and I have been for 2 or 3. I mean, I think I'm going to my 3rd year now. And I have to say that something that we talk about a lot in our board meetings is the exceptional job that you do with concession stands and making sure that your parents show up and they're ready to work and it's staffed correctly. And so I just want to say to you face to face. Thank you so much for doing that stuff. It is very nice to see a coach do that. The other coaches probably don't like you as much because we always say, like, Coach Bailey can get this done. Why can you not? And I know that your approach to it is like, guys, this is our job. This is our mission, and we're going to get it done. So on behalf of the Harrisonville Athletic Booster Club, thank you very much for doing that. And all your kids and parents too. That's a huge help for us, and we truly do appreciate it. So thank you for that. Tell me about your memories in volleyball. Like, what's your greatest memory? What's your greatest memory overall? And then what is the coolest or greatest time or the best memory you've had in high school so far?
So I'll start with high school. I'd say probably, I don't know, just being around all the girls. Everybody are friends.
Right.
Like, everybody's someone's friends. It's just so nice to be around. It's like refreshing.
Yeah.
No, there's no like hate. There's not very much drama. Granted,
Right.
There's always gonna be some in a girl sport.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's some in boy sport too. Don't.
Oh, I know.
Wait, what do you know, girl? Tell me. Don't tell me on camera.
But yeah, just being around all those girls, I feel really, I don't know, I'd say safe.
Yeah.
I love all of them with my
Yeah.
whole heart. They're great to be around. And especially like seeing the new girls come up and like getting comfortable with everybody.
Yeah.
That's just so nice to
Right.
see. That it's just so nice.
Yeah.
My favorite memory overall is probably when I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I was playing comp ball, and I remember I didn't get much playing time, and I was like, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to make varsity when I get to high school, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to make it happen, because that's what I wanted to see myself as. I wanted to see myself as a varsity athlete, and I really wanted to get there, and I did.
Yeah.
I put in enough work, and it was great.
Congratulations on that. I think that is phenomenal. I appreciate that more than you know, because a lot of people won't put the work in, and they'll just complain. So I appreciate that there's someone out there like yourself, young lady, that is setting an example that others can follow. So that's a big deal. Hey, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
On the Mic with Mike is sponsored today by J5 Custom. Pretty much everything custom you can think of when it comes to automotive stuff, they make. They build furniture, they build stereos. Pretty much everything you see in the set right now was built by J5. This table, these chairs, really good stuff. And we're actually in their shop using their studio right now. So big shout out to them. We really appreciate them, letting us come in and do all this crazy stuff. So give J5 a call, and thanks.
Hey, over here at On the Mic with Mike, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. How about 2-3 Construction Services, LLC? Ethan Young, great guy, local guy, does fantastic work. Absolutely fantastic work. I mean, he's one of those guys, he does the work and you go, would you look at that? It is fantastic. Concrete patios, everybody needs a patio to party on, right? It's Saturday night. Let's break out some cold drinks and let's have a little party. Ethan Young is your man for the patio. You need some sidewalks? Somebody needs to get to stepping? Huh? Everybody knows somebody needs to get to stepping, if you know what I mean. You let Ethan Young come put your sidewalks in, they'll be stepping in style. I'll tell you that right now. Driveways, no problem. Ethan Young take care of them driveways for you. You need some let's talk about this. Steel building foundations. Now listen, everybody has that moment where the wife's trying to move in the in-laws, right? Or maybe the wife. Maybe your husband's trying to move in the in-laws. Maybe move that mother-in-law in that you just don't want to have living under your roof. Let Ethan Young come in with 2-3 Construction and let him put in a steel building foundation to build a new steel building. And then your in-law will be an outlaw. Yeah, how about that? Outlaws. Out of your house laws. You know what I'm saying? That's the best kind of in-laws, is the ones that are outlaws out of your house. Skid steer work? Let me tell you right now. Ethan Young can handle a skid steer better than you can handle the skid marks inside of your britches. I'll tell you right now, you want it level, you want a berm, he is the man to take care of that stuff right now. Grading, building pads, you name it. My friends over at 2-3 Construction, Ethan Young, give him a call. 816-533-2119. Appreciate you guys. Hey, welcome back on the Mic with Mike. About to close this session out with the volleyball ladies here. Ladies, my last question for you is, I want to know what your vision of success looks like. What does success look like to you? And it doesn't have to be about volleyball. It can be, but just in general, what is success, and how do you feel? What do you feel like the most important thing to do to obtain success for you is?
I'd say in terms of volleyball, success is everybody like loving what they do.
Right.
Like it's really important because if not everybody loves it, then it's not going to be good. We're not going to be an actual team. You're always going to feel someone like sort of dragging you down.
Right.
I'd feel like as a team, but if everybody like enjoys what they do, they're friends with the girls and just enjoy everything, it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to have that throughout the whole team.
Yeah. Wow. That is that's pretty deep. And I would have to say as an adult, that's very real, because for number one, like you said, if you love what you do, like it's easy to do it, and it's easy to overcome the hard days. We actually wear on our shirts for work, don't let the hard days keep you down, because you'll have them and it'll drag you down, like you said. So, young lady, thank you so much for being on here today, and thank you for being an example, setting the example by your actions for others to follow to find success. And I wish you the best. I hope you do great things, and I know you'll go on to do that. So thank you so much for being here today. Coach, what do you got? Different perspective, different life, everything.
Yeah. Success for me as a coach is when players come back and just want to catch up, or they'll text me and say, hey, I'm in town, can we get coffee? Or like this weekend or next weekend, I'm going to a girl's wedding who graduated 3 years ago. There's a bunch of old former players. We're all going to drive down together, and to me that is awesome. Like I'm getting invited to their weddings.
Yeah.
And that just the relationship aspect of them wanting to be a part of my life after volleyball, because I know that's why I wanted to become a volleyball coach. Is my high school coach I still text to this day. I love her to death, Katie Dowden.
Yeah.
And she's still a part of my life, and I wanted to give that to other girls.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. That is. I will tell you that thank you for doing what you do and being successful. And I know that you don't always make friends, and I know that you and I haven't always been friends. I shouldn't say that.
I remember The Office that time. Do you remember that?
Whatever you told me what I was going to do, and I told you okay, and I still was going to do whatever you do until you complained to somebody and they come and said, Mike, we don't want to do that anymore. They didn't say don't do it. They said we're not going to use this facility anymore for this, and I said, oh, okay. Yeah, I remember The Office. Okay. Yeah, but I also have you here today after The Office, yes, right? And then after you complain,
we made up. We're friends.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you. We probably butt heads from time to time just because our personalities are kind of alike, which means we're in charge. Yeah. Just so you know, I'm in charge more though. But no, I do. I appreciate that. I feel like one of the things that we fail at, I know for a fact that we fail at as a society, is that we forget that we are not here to create professional volleyball players or professional football players or what. We are here to create quality young people to put out into the world, and I think that we forget, not we coaches, we parents forget sometimes that coaches have that much impact on our life, because I have a list of coaches and teachers that absolutely have helped direct me, in where I am now. And that direction didn't come after interacting with them. It came years and years later after, making bad choices in life or whatever. And then you get back and you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. And so I appreciate that a lot. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody tell you that to do anything differently, unless it's me. And thank you both for being here so much today on the Mic with Mike. And have a great season. And I hope to see you back soon. And we'll do what we do. Hey, today on the Mic with Mike, Harrisonville. That was great. I know. Great. I was so worried about them giggling. I couldn't think.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Run it again. It's okay.
Yeah. We are never going to get through this one, Byron. We are never going to get through this one.
Gonna have a blooper reel
We need
on
to do this
one.
first thing in the morning, not late in the afternoon after I've already had a day.
It's 2 o'clock.
I know. Here we go. You ready? Hey, today on the mic with Mike, Harrisonville Wildcat.
I'm sorry. It wasn't even me.
What were we on that time?
I don't know.
That's her. That's all her.
Okay, I'm good.
I doubt you're good, but we'll try again. Okay.
Mama Real, maybe this was a bad idea.
Look, yeah. I don't know what we should have done, but this does not have a podcast. Whew, okay.
That's every
Joe
podcast at
Rogan
the end
goes
we need to
through?
put
What?
Is this what Joe Rogan goes with?
I don't know. Hey, today on the mic with Mike, Harrisonville Wildcat Volleyball team have Coach Bailey, Annie here. No, Annie.
I'm Annie.
I know.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes, hi Annie. Sorry. Your mom hates me, so I gotta make sure I get your name right.